can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Sorry about that. I had trouble logging. Bye. Right. Before we get started, is it okay if I get your student?
Yes. I will type it in the chat. Here you go.
Okay. So, what are you looking on working on for today?
So far for this week, the assignment due on for today is the discussion board.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me pull up the D2L. Okay. So discussion prompt 1. Is it that one?
Is it with the video by the Patricia? Yeah, that one, Patricia.
Yeah. So okay. So do you wanna tell me what did you watch the video?
Yeah, I watched the video, and I saw some classmates post their little post. Um, my ideas is similar to theirs for like the first two, but it seems like there's more detail for the 1 and the 1-8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can you read to me what you found?
Yeah, okay. For the first one, I said, the age where young children begin to lose their ability to differentiate speech sounds from any language is before their first birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And then the 1-8, my answer was babies are no longer citizens of the world because when they turn 1 year old, they become culture-bound listeners. This means that babies will be listening more to the language of those around them than to the sound from other languages that are not directly spoken to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think your answers are good because they answer the question. And then um it's like yeah. So for this one, you can do either or for the discussion post. You can either just answer the question or you can just write it in one big paragraph with 300 to 400 words. It's really up to your style. But it looks like your answers are what she's looking for.
Okay.
Did you saw other posts from your peers?
Yeah, there I can open my D2L for there a little so for replies. I can share my screen.
Yeah.
This is the latest post from Karen.
So what she's doing is she's kind of giving background on what speech is, and then she answers the question saying, approximately the age of 6 to 8 months, infants can distinguish between and learn the sounds of all language. The term the infant as citizen of the world, she states that before 12 months, children begin to lose their ability to differentiate speech sounds from any language. So she kind of just gave detail of what Patricia said in the video. And you can definitely do that in your discussion post. Just add a little bit of detail of what Patricia was saying.
Yes.
And then say the age where young children begin to lose their ability to differentiate speech sounds from any language is before their first birth.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this one was very detailed. This classmate, their little discussion post was like kind of more detailed. It had like an intro of like a summary-ish of the video. This classmate. And then this classmate just answered normally for this second one. He's just answered normally for this one.
So it's really up to your reference of how you want to answer it. If you want to give background, you can. If you just want to leave it one sentence, you can.
So my little discussion post at the moment seems okay.
Yeah, to me it looks okay. Obviously, Dr. Moshe is gonna grade it up to her standards. But if you do, like I said, want to add those details where it can just be a little bit more like chunkier and just not a sentence, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, okay. Like if I were to combine the question 1 and 1A, would that be okay? Like make it in one little short paragraph?
Yeah, you can actually, if you would like to, you can combine 1A and 1B together if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, because there was also a word limit to it. Like if I were to add more, just have some extra more words to the discussion.
Yeah, I think the word limit is 500.
It said
300 to 400.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you have any other questions or concerns about this?
Yeah, it's just like I wasn't sure would this be enough, like would I need to add extra? Because the way I saw my classmates, their little discussion post seems like more detailed in the explanation of the video. Yeah, of what they have. Yeah, they were talking like a summary-ish of the video in the first answer and the second, the 1A of their videos. Yeah. Like, and I was not sure if should I add more to my answers too because of that.
Yeah, you can introduce the video,
Mm-hmm.
describe what the video is about. You can definitely add more to it if you would like.
Okay.
Overall, it looks good.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Is there anything?
I think, yeah, so for next Friday, it will be the reply to my classmates discussion post.
Yeah.
I was not sure like how, like, is it just like the normal way how you do the other class discussion posts, or like we have to be more detailed? How-
For this one, it looks
Yeah.
like she doesn't give a word count. However, when you do read other people's posts, just because she said she wants you to add more to it, not just say, oh, I agree about this, that. Wants you to add more perspective onto it, so they tend to be a little bit more clear.
Okay.
Probably, I know she doesn't give you a word count, but you should probably aim at like 150 words
For the reply. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 150.
Because that's like a normal paragraph where you say I agree or I disagree. You can also disagree with other people. And I think she tends to like when you share different perspectives because then you're having a discussion.
Okay. 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 I also have a question. Like, I know we have to do those chapter like journals.
Oh yeah.
Can I ask you how did you do yours? Was it like normally how you answered what she asked in the questions in the syllabus, and then you wrote it out like that, or like you just combine everything, like she's kind of mentioned during the class this Wednesday?
Did she give you like an example or?
She just gave us those so-called questions in the syllabus, but not really a sample of like the reflective for each chapter, those chapters.
Okay. They're the reflective journals.
Yeah, the 3 chapters or 4 chapters. Those that assignment.
Yeah, so you kind of want to, when you're reading the chapter, you want to find and then kind of summarize those ideas in your own words and then reflect on it. So why did you think it was important? Why did it stand out to you? And then relate it back to what you experienced if you're out with children or what you've learned in the past or any experience that you have with that idea.
From the chapters, okay.
From the chapter. Yeah. So you kind of just want to grab 3 to 4 main ideas of that chapter. Just do those 3 main components. Summarize, reflect on why it's important, and then talk about experience fits with that main idea.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know we still have to do the observation for the the infant and toddler and then the preschool. Is it kind of similar or different? How did you do yours when you had that assignment? Because one we don't have to record. One is just maybe paper and just like write a paper for it, the preschool age one.
Mhm.
Because it seems kind of similar, but at the same time it seems different because of the one don't need recording and
Yeah, so for the preschool one, you don't have to record,
Mhm.
and it's just like you said, it's just a paper. I think it's like 2 to 3 pages of what you observed.
Yeah.
But for the toddler one, you do need to record because it's gonna be a big project. So you're gonna observe, I think 2 to 3 times a toddler. You're gonna record, and then you're gonna in that recording you're going to find the 5 aspects of language, and give examples of what those aspects are. And then it's going to be a presentation, and then it's going to be the final paper as well.
For the final paper, is it kind of just like a summary of what you did? Like,
so yeah, for the final paper, you're gonna take everything that you did, so the observations, the PowerPoint, your examples, what you learned in the book as well. You're gonna take all that information and you're gonna write it.
Combine everything to paper.
Yeah, you're gonna combine everything and write it later.
Yeah, that assignment, paper sounds kind of difficult because after we have to get everything together in a paper format. So we don't need to include the images we put in the PowerPoint, right?
No.
It's just Word.
Yeah, it's just words. It does seem difficult when you're thinking about it like a whole idea. Well, you are kind of doing the work throughout the semester because you're observing, working on your PowerPoint. You're also reading the chapters throughout the semester. So when it comes to writing the paper, it's just time consuming. But it's not very difficult. Like I said, it's just time consuming because you have to gather all your information and then write it down.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's kind of towards the end of the semester, so you really don't. All you have to worry about is just finding someone you want to observe. And set up those observations.
Like what if the student I have right now don't really say anything during the story time? He's a toddler. Should I choose a different kid to do the observation on then?
So that's why you observe twice or 3 times, as many times as you want, just for you can be able to.
Because the one I chose at the moment, I don't see him really talking when like the teachers over him reading it himself. He don't really say anything when he's looking at the textbooks and the books by himself, and maybe with the teacher.
Is it one-on-one or is it like?
Like so-called is like kind of like a mini circle time, but the teacher's reading to everyone. And the child sometimes will interact with the book and the teacher, but not all the time.
Yeah. I recommend you try to get it one-on-one, just because it would be better to get a reaction out of the kid, because in small groups or in whole groups, they just kind of quietly sit.
Yeah.
If it's one-on-one, they might interact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when I observe the kid as by himself, he don't really make any sound when he's looking at the pages by himself.
Mhm.
And I saw another kid that really likes books. He would be interacting more with the textbook.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like if I need to switch the child or just keep it the same for it. Because I didn't start doing the observations yet for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you feel like you need to change it, you can.
Mm-hmm.
But once you like pick a kid, you really can't change it.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you're gonna kind of fall behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, just observe, see who you want to pick, and then stick with it.
Yeah, okay. And then for the other observation, just like observe the child during what they're doing, right? That not like really during the reading time. That's for anything, right? That's preschool age observation.
I believe so. Let me read the preschool. Yeah, it can be during anything. Like they can be playing, they can be reading, they can be eating lunch.
But that one still have to use that same idea as the reading, right? When doing the observation.
You're gonna look for the 5 aspects of language
during that one too.
Yeah.
Just not with the recording, just paper observation.
Yeah, just like take notes.
Okay. And that one can be more than 2 times, right? For that kind? Because the paper on the assignment is maybe just 2 times.
Yeah. This one says complete at least 2 informal observations. So that one's 2, and then for the storybook, she doesn't say, but I would say, yeah, go at least 2 months.
Okay. Yeah. Because for the other one, the preschool age, I think I might have a child in mind, but it's just like asking the parents and getting their information to sign the permissions.
Yeah. Yeah, for the preschool one, I think that one's due in April. So that one can hold off a little bit. But for the storybook one, yeah, you can start right away. Kind of nice.
I have a question about because the so-called the parent newsletter, we also can't use a template. Have to make our own. She didn't put in it, but
Oh yeah, preschool. That's preschool. She said the specific written format targets research.
yeah, okay. Was it difficult for you when you did that newsletter one? That one seemed kind of hard too.
I didn't find this one difficult just because it's more creative than art. Like the only difficult part is trying to find a layout of how you want to do the newsletter. Just because she says you can't copy. But you can look up newsletters and take inspiration. But it's a lot of fun. This one is fun because it's not really heavy with writing. It's kind of artsy and stuff. So that one's fun. It's not too difficult, yeah.
And it has to be so for the 2-page that did you make it fully like everything on like no empty space at all when you did yours? Because it has to be a perfect 2-page, but like when you bring it in, have to be like front and back.
Yeah. So I did mine.
Mm-hmm.
The whole page was covered,
Mm-hmm.
but then she said that there needs to be a 1-inch like border around it. So make sure you have that 1-inch border because she will take off.
If it's not 1 inch for the paper.
Yeah.
Would the 1 inch be like the normal format when you type in the document, that kind of format? The 1 inch?
I believe so. I think so. Because I did mine on Canva.
Mm-hmm.
So when I printed it out, I had to fix it when I was printing it.
Uh-huh.
If you do it on, you can do it on Google Slides, on Microsoft Slides. You can do it on Google Docs or Microsoft Word. Just whenever you print it out, make sure it has that 1-inch border.
Okay, 1 inch. Okay. For the article, did you find that one hard too, or it was just like finding the article for it to do the
Journal articles?
that journal article ones? To find for the infant and then the preschool infant toddler and the preschool ones on language development?
Finding the articles is difficult. Just because some articles can be like 50 pages long and others are like 2 pages, and it's like either it's too much or too little. Or you're halfway through reading an article and then you think this doesn't relate to what I'm trying to write about. So finding the articles is kind of difficult, but do you know how to use the databases on the library?
But I might need a refresher of how to use it because I don't think I used it recently.
Okay, so these okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you can type in NEI library, and then you're gonna click NEI libraries. And then on the first homepage, there's gonna be databases and articles. You just click that, and then these are different databases where you can find scholarly articles. Personally, I use JSTOR. And you just click on JSTOR and you click on advanced search. And then you just type in certain words, so you can put early childhood, language.
She didn't say a time frame for it, like if it has to be recent, right?
I don't think she did, but you kind of still want to stay within the recent years or so. And you can actually adjust the years right here if you scroll a little down. So this is like advanced search. And then I think you can also use Google Scholar. Just go to Google Scholar. And then you just type in, let's see, I can do race language and then it gives you a lot of scholarly articles as well. If it says books, then it's a book. But if it's the HTML, they should be articles. And then the only difficult part about Google Scholar is that sometimes you might have to pay for it.
Yeah.
For the articles, don't pay for it. Maybe just look for a different article.
Okay.
Because you don't want to spend money on something you're probably. So just start off finding an article as soon as you can. But yeah.
Okay. So I think like the first assignments are like the quiz and then the 3 chapters. That assignment. Those like the first may do like in a few weeks. Those are the first 2 major
It looks like
assignments. And then those other ones later on.
Yeah, right now it looks like you have the discussion post due today. And then the quiz is on 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
And then the journal reflection, reflective journal is due in that 2 weeks. Yeah, in 2 or in a week. No, in 2 weeks. Yeah, you have 2 weeks.
For the other one. I seen the parent newsletters like updates by my set by my brother's teacher, and they mostly just like updates. Is that like how the newsletters are supposed to be?
Yeah, for this one though, I think she has some requirements. I guess she does. Because I think when I had this class, she wanted us to talk about. Oh no, yeah, she does. To communicate with parents and involve them in their child's language development activities. So it is updates. Let me share my screen again. It says like dear parents, and then it gives like looks like it talks about this week what they're gonna do in class, and then what they're reading in class, and then it looks like she gives them the spelling words for the week, and then read aloud, maybe some books that kids can read aloud. So you can do something like that. This is another one. This one's cute. For this one, So she gives an update for the week. She puts in dates to remember, so it looks like they're having a Chick-fil-A biscuit sale and school pictures, just important dates.
Mhm.
And then she also puts the sight words for the next week so kids can know what, or for parents can know what they're reading.
Mhm.
And then just reminders like Thursday was the kickoff of Sally's Foster fundraisers, and then Star Student, and then updates for next week. So it's really up to you how you want to do it.
Mhm.
But she does want you to talk about language development.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of dates to remember, this can be at home activities for language development. Read out loud. Practice or read out loud, pretend play. Uh, Naming grocery items that they buy. And then like community can be like go to the library, go for a nature walk, and talk about nature, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then this one can be what they're learning at school. So we're learning about animals, and we're reading the book, like Old MacDonald or something.
Mhm.
Just kind of put little updates about it. And then for mine, I also put a calendar on the back of it,
Mhm.
just for like if the parent takes it home. There's a big calendar on the back that they can put on the fridge.
Mhm.
It has the important dates on it, stuff like that. Like these have calendars. You can put like calendars on the back, and then this is the front. Calendar has the back.
Mhm.
It's really up to you. Do what you want to do, and you can make it really fun. You can make it colorful, stuff like that. That's why I said it's like a fun activity.
Mhm.
Kind of get to be creative with it.
Mhm. Okay. For the quiz that I'm gonna have in 2 weeks, was it hard too, or is just based on the reading of these 2 weeks or 4 weeks?
If you read the chapters
Mm-hmm.
and if you go over the PowerPoints,
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't be
And was there like a time limit and stuff for it?
hard.
You remember?
No.
No time limit?
I don't know if she changed it this semester, but usually when I have her, she lets us have a whole day to do the quiz.
Yeah. We do the next day on Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll be due. Yeah, there's no time limit or anything. It's just you have the whole day to turn it in.
There's only like one time to like not like other classes where like you can do a few times if you got some questions wrong, right? There was only one time to take this quiz.
Mm-hmm.
Only one time.
Only one time, yeah.
Oh, okay. One time, just make sure try to get everything correct
Mm-hmm. And sometimes she has bonus questions
on the quiz.
on the quiz.
Okay.
So you can get bonus points if you answer those correctly.
Does this show you like which one you got incorrect? Like some classes had it.
No, so for this one, it's not under the Google. It's not under D2L quizzes.
Oh, not there.
No, she just puts it on D2L and it's a paper. You can print it out. It's a PDF of questions, and then she gives you an answer sheet that you have to write the answers on, and then you turn that answer sheet in on D2L, and then she grades it on her.
Oh, it's not the computer graded.
No, it's not computer grading, so you have to wait for her to get back to you.
Oh, but you still have to so-called print it out or download it first.
Yeah, you can download it. You can print it out too, but you have to turn it in PDF or on YouTube.
Oh. And it would be where this at the quiz, or would it be in the assignment for the quiz?
It would be an assignment to turn it in.
Oh, okay. And it would be the quiz on the top folder for that.
Yeah.
I was also confused, like, because I know we have the final and midterm those days, if you attended the class on that week. Remember?
No, so it's the same as the quizzes. So she gives you 24 hours to do it, and then you turn it in under assignments, under midterm or final. And she gives you a PDF of the test, and then you get a PDF of the answer sheet. And then you write in the answer sheet your answers, and then you turn the answer sheet in as well.
Okay. So, but
you don't come to class.
So that is kind of like an offline class day too, right? No, not in person at all. Just turn in the assignment for that week.
Unless she says something else. Unless she says to come in, or that it's up to her if she wants you to come in.
Yeah, because when I see the syllabus for the final and midterm those days, it was kind of confusing if it's in person also, because it didn't say like those other ones. Just have the midterm and then didn't say if it's in person or offline. How she highlighted the other ones on the side that would be hybrid.
No, it looks like those are gonna be on your own, like asynchronous. You don't come to class. You have to submit it by 11.
Okay. Those for the final and midterm is not in person. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also the other question. She kind of answered it, but not really. It was kind of confusing. She said it what you said about like turning in for the assignments for the quizzes and the midterm and final, but didn't really say do we have to come in person for that final to turn it in that day, or the midterm and final for those days.
Yeah.
It was kind of a little bit confusing.
Yeah. It looks like you don't have to.
Okay, for those 2 tests.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was there anything else that you want to discuss or have me look at?
Right now, the discussion board is the one I have so far. I think next week I will be trying to look at finding an article, the infant toddler one, and start doing that one. That one is like due in a few weeks too, right? That's one of the assignments due in a few weeks. The journal articles.
Yeah, that one looks like it's due. So it's upcoming.
Yeah, we would need to work on that too.
Yeah, and I'm meeting with you next Friday as well, right?
Yeah. I will be trying to work on that article journaling activity that next week.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely discuss that.
Yeah, okay. I think that should be all for today. Oh, actually, I have a question. For your times of meeting, I know you kind of mentioned it during the class this past Wednesday about if I can email you or something about the meeting you on different day.
Yeah. So if you find that you can't meet me on one of the 2 days, you can let the front desk know, and they can give you my email, and then email me 2 or 3 days and times that work best for you. Then I should get back to you, letting you know what works for me as well.
Okay. Yeah, because that was also kind of like an issue because your timing kind of for the Wednesday for sure not really work for me, but your Friday is kind of okay for my time.
Yeah. Definitely. We can definitely work something out outside. I do have classes as well.
Yeah, I know.
I do work as well, so but I'll find time for you.
Yeah. It was like I'm not sure if we could like meet on a Tuesday or Thursday or other time if possible.
Yeah. Like I said, you just need to get in contact with the front desk.
Mm-mm.
Did she give you my email?
I think on the calendar it might have your email on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, email me for like I said, 2 or 3 days that work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Works.
Okay.
I just need to write some visit notes about what.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? So what should we write?
You kind of helped me with the discussion post and kind of went over the other assignments I would need to do for this course.
So we went over discussion post. We also discussed kind of the science. Okay. And then I'm gonna log you out.
Okay.
And I'll see you next Friday.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
That's no problem. It's nice meeting you.
And nice meeting you. Bye-bye. Okay. Oh,